be dreaming safe and sound. Better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to yeah. We'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Is this the kind of sound that you wanna hear? Is this the kind of vibe that you wanna feel? 'Cause I'm the type of guy that you'll never fear. You could do your thing, then come near. Maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. See, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high on our break. I'm all about the look that you're giving me. I'm all about the dance moves you're letting free. Well, I'm all about a sweet sound and love is free. So listen from my melody. Yeah, maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. See, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high by the way, yeah. And when we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Yeah, this is the kind of sound that I wanna hear. Yeah, this is the kind of vibe that I wanna feel. And you're the type of girl, baby, you're the real. Check it one time, what's the deal? Maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. Yeah, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high by the way, yeah. And when we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to yeah, we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. We're feeling alright, yeah. We're feeling good, we're feeling alright, yeah. Oh, it's about that time for us to look around and meet somebody new. Well, let's all welcome in familiar faces, perhaps somebody who has a conflict in their life. Alright, tell them you're sorry, but there's ways to change the wrong to right. See, we can sit in a distant haze and watch rain clouds for thoughts of greatness to help our troubles sail real far away. Oh yeah. Well, it's a struggle every day. We're stressing.
As I make my way
The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Get your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
What up, what up? Back at you with fantasy news today. We don't got a lot of news to talk about, but man, we got to talk about Stefon Diggs again. It's probably going to be a lot of nothing, but man, we don't like it when wide receivers get really upset, you know. And
hey, I'll be right back. Hold on, I can hear the kids going crazy. I'll be right back. My bad.
We do not like it when wide receivers are getting all upset in the preseason. And that's what we got right now. Stefon Diggs says he's very frustrated with the offense and with his lack of involvement in them, including him in the play calling process. So, yeah, something that we're gonna have to monitor. We don't want to hear shit like this, but it is what it is. And let's see who's up in the chat. What up, Emil? Minnesota Marty, what up, what up? Yeah, Marty said Diggs drama, what else is new? And Crispy said, life's a garden, you have to dig it. There we go. Dion, what up? Said typical Diggs, is why I'm glad we got rid of him. And Devo said he's got AB-isms all over himself. Yeah, it is not looking good. What up, Derek? Salute. Shout out to Marty for showing love on the Twitch channel. And see, then we actually have the emojis. They can show up on Twitch. They just don't show up on YouTube when we carry them over. All right. Yeah, man. Super annoying. Just talking shit. Edward in the house. What up? Showing love on Facebook. What up? What up? What up, Lee? Shout out to Lee and Catherine. What up? All right. Let's see. Okay, so sophomore guy who the coaches have absolutely been stroking him off in the OTAs is George Pickens. They say get ready for a big season from George Pickens. I mean, of course, they're supposed to be saying stuff like that at this exact time of the year, but I expect the Steelers to take a step up from last year with Kenny Pickett being the starter from week 1. Let's see, what do we got here? For the Kansas City Chiefs, their GM feels good about negotiations with Chris Jones and says there's a lot of time before camp. Let's get it. And there we go. Marty said, hell yeah, anyone with Amazon Prime needs to sub on Twitch because it is free. Yes. And I will throw the link in here. Go subscribe, guys. We appreciate you. It's free. If you have Amazon Prime, appreciate you. Link is in the chat. And Derek said Diggs needs to realize the team knows what he can do and trying to get others involved so the teams don't take Diggs away. It has nothing to do with what else going on. I don't think it has anything to do with him getting volume because he gets volume, but I mean, it's like last year wasn't the best volume compared to the previous 2 years. I think that's really what it was. Probably wants him to go out there and get D-Hop so there's someone else out there receiving besides him. Let's see. What else we got here? Bryce Young. They're saying Brian Burns is saying that Bryce Young put quite the stamp on the locker room so far during minicamp. So that's something good to hear. I mean, it's going to be hard for a guy to take over at QB if the guys don't really trust him or think he's like a locker room guy. So that's one thing that he's got going in his favor now. Brian Burns, I mean, he's been a captain of that team for a few years.
So what's going on with Stefon Diggs?
He's bitching about the offense and his lack of involvement as far as like the play calling goes.
What the fuck?
I mean, look at the way that it was last year compared to.
But the way he worded it, like lack of involvement in the play calling. You have no involvement in play calling. You might have some say. You know what I mean? Basically saying, I want to call the plays. Yo, because you remember in the playoffs, he was like going crazy. Hey, throw it to me, throw it to me. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was going crazy. He was like, you know what I mean? He's fucking up there. He's fucking it up on the sideline. You know what I mean? It was like detrimental to them, really.
See, the thing that's crazy though is like, man, didn't it seem like the play calling has taken a step back though this past year compared to the previous 2 years with him though?
Well, I mean, it's not Brian Dable anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Brian Dable's the one that quote unquote unlocked Josh Allen, because Brian Dable didn't get the OC job for the Bills until going into year 3 of Josh Allen's career.
Right.
So I mean, there is something to that, and then I mean, like, you know, if you want to say about you could have all the raw talent and whatnot, and then when they hone that talent, you know, the continuity would have been great. Because look at then 2021, he has an even better season because that was the second year with Dayball, right?
Yeah.
And then like, you know, look at I'm not gonna compare him. It's apples to oranges, but Danny Dumbass is with Brian Dayball now. He was with him. I mean, this is his second year with Dayball.
Yeah.
And there was significant step forward for a Danny Dumbass, just, you know, on basis of comparison to years prior, right?
Yeah, I'm curious how they did, like scoring wise, like just as a whole.
Oh yeah, as a team.
Yeah,
I think they were top 5. I mean, there's the Chiefs and the Eagles. Shit, is my Niners in there too? It might have been Minnesota. I forget, man. I remember I took a glance at it one time after the offseason.
Let's see. Would be a better spot. So Bills scored 28.4 points per game in 2022.
Righteous.
Let's see. What about? I feel like that's probably the same. Yeah, crazy. It was like almost identical in 21 to 22. But Diggs is what dropped, right? His stats.
But,
No, actually, he didn't.
I was gonna say it was pretty much in the same ballpark, right? It was the touchdowns that went down.
No, touchdowns went up.
Okay. Because what did he have in 2020?
He almost had 200 more yards, 22 than 21.
In 2020, he led the league, right?
1535, 127 receptions.
Okay, then 21.
See, I guess so that's what it is. If we look at any kind of inconsistency, is what it is. It's his catch percentage.
Okay.
So
he's volume based. He's not efficient with
127 receptions in 2020. Like, I mean,
that's super
efficient. He was volume and efficiency in that year. His catch rate that year was 76%. His catch rate the year after 63. Catch rate last year 70.
You know what? You want to know what I think? They bring in Diggs initially in the year. Nobody's respecting Josh Allen in its entirety because Josh Allen never even threw for 300 yards in a game going into 2020. Going into 2020, that first 5 games, I think he ripped off all 300 plus outings, and he ain't never threw for 300 in his life. So it's like, and what's crazy is like they would stack the box on him because of the threat of the rush from all the 2 years that they've seen to Josh Allen, right? So you can see a lot of Diggs single coverage early on. They didn't start doubling Diggs till deep into that year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even that, it's like the volume's very similar. I mean, for Diggs, anyways, because like the volume went down for Allen, his yards go down, his TD, went down by 1. But yeah, I mean, really, it's like the injury, man. Like, I don't know, like that's like the biggest thing that we could point to because it was like a tale of two seasons.
You know, I always called him a poor man's Antonio Brown because their size, the type of routes they run. You know that they're like a full route tree running motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Inside, outside. You know what I mean? It don't matter, right? But he really got that, diva shit down like Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
He's just one step away from going crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, he was already rocking the half gear and half nine. Remember that?
Yeah. What up, Albert?
What up, Albert? It's funny every time I see Albert pop in the chat. I always think it's my boy Bert. So in my mind, it's him. What up, Bert? Bert used to like sneak watch our shit because the one league he played in my league every year was the TFL. It's an expensive league though. You know what I mean?
This is funny though because this is what we're gonna get from Diggs. Watch, because everyone's gonna start calling him crazy, right? Hold on. Here it goes. Everyone's gonna start calling him crazy. Then we're gonna get some of this.
I'm not crazy. I hate when people call me crazy. You don't troll me. Don't be calling me crazy. El Jerry, tell him stop calling me crazy.
Hold me back.
Sean, please refrain from calling him crazy.
That's funny.
Jerry, tell him not to call me crazy because I'm going crazy. That was such a funny ass episode.
What was the premise of that one? I remember that one.
It was Marlon's girl. She was like helping Sean with or Sean like helped her get into her apartment or some shit like that. And then Sean like knocked the boots, and then they made up like a fake like a meeting or some shit that he was at. And then so they go on Jerry Springer and they're acting all cool, in the beginning.
That's right.
And
they got on Jerry, bro.
And then they were like, "Hey, what?" They were like,
I didn't remember how they got. What was the premise of why they was on there? But yeah, it was
it was called Brotherly Love, is what the episode was called. And they're like the theme for Jerry's show.
Yeah.
And then there was like Sean, or where was Marlon? Where was Sean at the other day? And he was like, "Oh, he had a meeting with the distributor." And
distributing that dick.
And that's pretty much what it was. And then Marlon starts going crazy. And it was funny, and like something was going on, and like Sean, he pulls the girl's hair to kind of like, like Marlon's like running away, and now she's the hostage. And then Marlon starts pulling Jerry Springer's hair like he's the hostage for him.
That's funny.
Marlon's fucking goofy as hell. Let's see. What other news we got here? Okay, so kind of crazy here. The Joe Mixon stuff going back and forth. I mean, we heard that he was going to have to take a pay cut to stay there. And then it was like, no, that we hear that they're going to release him, and then they don't release him. They're going to stick with him the whole time. And then now we're hearing the Bengals may demand that he agrees to a pay cut.
Yeah, and it's like that'll come in the form of a restructure, or like they'll cut him and then he's gonna clear waivers because no one's gonna want to pick up whatever dead cap, because he has like a fucked up contract. I mean, any running back contract to me is fucked up. You know what I mean? When you're getting too much money, that organization's gonna be like, how do we get away from this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, or how do we restructure it to kick it down the road, then we'll cut him next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's just something to be on the lookout for. I don't think they're gonna cut him, but yeah, they want to get they got Burrow, Chase, and Higgins that they all got to worry about signing. So
then eventually Logan Wilson on the other side of the ball, and
yeah, you better figure it out. Mike Evans in Tampa, they're working on a new contract.
For sure.
No numbers or anything, but he just seems like the type of guy who's never going to go anywhere else.
No.
And he's been there his whole
or the Patriots.
Maybe. I mean,
after this contract.
Bucks would be stupid to let him go, and I mean, it really just depends on how much money he's demanding, right? Because I mean, fuck, like not too many people
did he have another
man.
foul, or did he finally break the streak?
No, I was gonna double check that because I swore we
Because
checked.
that, that's like, hey man, give me my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, over 1,100. Last year, like touchdowns were down. He only had 6, but I mean, shit, like. Every single year of his career, he's over 1,000. Like, come on, man! Like, pay that man his money.
And he's going into year 9, 10,
Mm-hmm.
10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Year number 10.
Yes,
give me the money. It's the last go around.
Yeah, I mean, they said this will be his 3rd contract with Tampa, and I mean, he's a first rounder. He was good enough to make a cameo on the league as a rookie. Like, he was the guy they have a dream about them going to what's it called, like the combine, and so there's a handful of guys who are at the combine, and Mike Evans is one of them as a rookie. Let's see, how about Buda Baker? Hold on. He was at minicamp. He participated in the meetings, but he did not practice.
So
he wanted to trade.
So he's almost a hell of a model American.
Almost. And Cardinals Zayvon Collins is being moved from inside.
That's interesting.
What?
That they're gonna move him out
from inside to outside. Yeah.
Who plays the middle then? Who's gonna be your linebackers?
Kaiser White.
And
let's see.
Is it that guy? Fuck is his name? Because they're talking about move. They're changing everything up. They got a defensive minded head coach who's gonna, form into his likeness.
So,
I mean, I'm pretty
sure they only run 3 linebackers. So Kaiser White is going to be the
middle.
I mean, they have Isaiah Simmons right now at the will, but we'll see how however they change that around. Buda's at the free safety, Jalen's at the strong safety, and Zayvon Collins is at the end.
Oh, did you make your pick for 24?
Yeah.
Cool. Who'd you take?
Who did I take? Let's go check because I forgot. Zamir White.
Nice.
All right. There we go. Jericho, smoke it up. Let's put it in the air.
Yep. Where it's fair.
Yeah. So Zayvon Collins, we shall see. I mean, hopefully that helps him, but I don't know. It's just kind of tough when you get the guys who get the positional changes. I mean, is he going to be a double-digit sack like kind of guy? I mean, they lost both their edge rushers from last year in Zach Allen and J.J. Watt. So, yeah, I mean, everything is different on this defense. Everything. I think Jalen Collins is like the most consistent. Like, you could draft him thinking that he's going to get about the same production as last year. And Isaiah Simmons, I'm even nervous about him when they're saying they're going to move him more to a DB. But like you said, Bogey, if it's kind of like the box safety like type role, then that does end up being good.
We're okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, even like, it's going to be confusing during this time of year when you look at sleeper just to see how they're configuring everything, because these things they're subject to change. Even like, I don't even think they have it. I mean, did they run a 4-3 with the Eagles? I mean, you know what I mean? So I don't know if they're changing the front scheme.
I'm pretty sure it was 2 inside that they had.
Okay, so like the 5-2 hybrid shit that everyone's running.
Yeah,
that's right too. Because you might even run like the 4-2, and then they have the 5 DBs. You know what I mean? Or the Isaiah Simmons posing as the slash DB. You know what I mean?
Maybe. And we already knew this, but staying with the Cardinals is that Colt McCoy is expected to be started as Kyler Murray misses time due to the ACL, and we're almost positive he's going to miss some time. And and then literally the next thing is he's expected to be put on the pup for training camp.
Yeah, and then once you get put on the pup, when the year starts, if you're still on it, it's an automatic. 6 weeks, right? Then you're on it until they take you off. So if you get to the 6 weeks, doesn't mean you're off. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, are you ready? And you'll be able to tell couple weeks out because they'll start, he'll start doing individual drills like 2 weeks out before the 6 weeks comes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we got to hear shit about him running, out there.
Yeah. I guess for a QB that's a mobile QB, that's very important. But like,
I doubt he's going to be
have him in a shotgun.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to be used mobily like he has been in the past. When you get the big contract, I mean, that's why we say the same thing about Lamar and Hurts. You give these guys the bag, you're just going to treat them a little bit differently. Rage Against the Odds, what up? He said, what up, 420 crew? I changed my tag on here, but it's Steven. Okay, what up, homie? And just saying what's good. Appreciate you, bro.
Shout out.
Let's see. Jordan Love believes the sky is the limit. Man, we need that biggie drop.
Mama raised you right.
Limit.
It means his mama raised him right, man. You got to have something to believe in. You can't be like, look, y'all, we're going to be way worse than it was with Rodgers last year. And it wasn't that great with Rodgers, y'all. Get ready. Sky's the limit. I'm consciously optimistic because for fantasy, there's some interesting pieces there. Like, it's Aaron Jones. I think in the Matt LaFleur era, he's never been less than second in targets on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn, I can't believe it. Okay, well, I can't believe this, but fuck, this sucks. The Ray Lewis shit, that was an accidental overdose.
It's bad drugs, man.
Didn't say if it was like fentanyl or anything, but I hear accidental overdose. That's the first thing I can think of now.
Heart stops, man. That's why I'm scared. I'm scared of my girl. Her heart rate's like not normal since that surgery because of the medication or the anesthesia and the fentanyl, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man.
I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You want to see the inside? Huh? I'll see you later.
On the movie, it was he has what was I gonna say, the hiatus for a couple years before he comes out with the next one. And
he said he wrote this song like over the course of a year.
Yeah.
This song on tour on the bus, just right into it.
And this one I think was the first one, or at least this is the one that they showed that he like finished, and this is the one like they must have been doing the mastering this time, and he's listening to it, and everyone's just vibing out to this song. And he was like, I'm the motherfucking greatest. Like,
yeah.
It was a dope ass theme. The song is fucking dope as fuck,
I was ashamed. My crew was lame. I had enough heart for most of them.
Yeah, so that's rough, man. Ray Lewis, his son, fucking 28 years old.
They depicted me of course, my arm was cut to make the world go round.
Plus I'm fucking. Just ain't my homegirl now.
Let's see. So, this is good to hear for everyone who is all over the field. They're saying that he is miles ahead of where he was at this time last year. So, third year leap is real in the NFL, and he's got to take it forward as a passer. Like, it's got to be. He cannot carry this team on his back.
And that is all going to depend on how bad is that team in its entirety. Is that defense going to be good? Which I think it is. So like they're going to be able to hold off shootouts. And if he's not required to be in shootouts, that's going to hurt. But if you're on the side that you don't believe that defense is going to take, massive steps forward, then you know what I mean. We kind of
how good is that defense going to be without Roquan? Like, if it's not like they were great at the end of the season last year.
I guess getting rid of Roquan by adding both T.J. Edwards and Edmonds,
yeah.
And then your second year Brisker and your Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson and Jackson. Secondary's all right on paper.
Yeah, they have no fucking pass threat.
I mean, they brought in Rasheem Green.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, bro. They have the youngster. What's his name? He was a rookie last year.
I can't even think of his name, but he was a hell of a disappointment.
But he flashed early on. Remember that? He had a couple big games. Fuck is his name, bro?
Dominique Robinson.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was another guy too, I think.
It's Travis Gibson,
There
DeMarcus
you go.
Walker,
Gibson.
Yep.
He had like a big game to start the year. But they give him and then the
For
other
2020,
Robinson.
he wasn't a rookie last year.
Oh, okay. That's my fault.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The DeMarcus Robinson, he kind of, he kind of sucked. Let's see, what else do we got? Fields and DJ Moore, they said, have been building an amazing connection heading into training camp. I think DJ Moore is just being so slept on right now that he's like one of those guys that I really like. I mean, fuck, like, what's he going as? Like, let's see on Sleeper.
I mean, I was getting him when we were able to hide him, but now the ADP caught up, so it's like I haven't been able to grab him in the last couple of drafts.
Yeah, let's see what his actual.
I was grabbing him like round 8, 9. Now he's like going like round 6, 7, like with the Jared Judys of the world, and he's been going up. He's going with like Jared Judy. Like him and Calvin Ridley made the massive jumps in the past like 3-4 weeks. You know what I mean? DJ Moore and Calvin Ridley, I should say. And I think Deontay Johnson's getting a lot of love, a little more love now simultaneously because George Pickens.
Ridley's going at wide receiver 19. DJ Moore's going at wide receiver 22, just based on Sleeper's ADP.
Yep.
And Marty said that he's sleeping on DJ. Yeah. I mean, you're able to get him as a low end wide receiver too. He can outproduce that draft capital.
Here's the thing: he's the number one on a team that, with the likelihood of them being a dominant team, it's not likely. You know what I mean? Right. So like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about as a team. I think like he'll get closer to like 520 attempts. You know what I mean? And I think the rushing attempts will come down massively because they got more weapons to throw to. You know what I mean? I mean, last year was Darnell Mooney and Cole fucking Kmet, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you don't go out there and get like, 2-3 new weapons and then just like not to like use them. They didn't go out there and sign 3 more running backs. I mean, they got Foreman on a cheap deal and
Roshan is like another Foreman. I feel like they're going to be the same role. So it's like, you know what I mean? Eventually, Roshan will take over that role. And then Herbert, they got him leading the charge right now, but I think that's more because he leads as far as his knowledge of the system. You know what I mean? But I mean, the running backs are just going to be interesting, period, when there's a mobile QB. But at the same time, there's hella of them. So like, I'm kind of staying away from that.
I've already said Tunyon's about to steal all the targets. Fuck no, I don't think so.
I mean, Tunyon knows the system. That's why he's there, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Cole Kmet has been knows the system as well. So you know what I mean?
I mean, if anything, I feel like it would be Cole Kmet. It looked like they were getting a little bit of chemistry, like finally going. I'm just not a believer in any of those tight ends.
I mean, it's just the only reason Tunyon's there is because it's Lou Getsy. You know what I mean? Lou Getsy was the QB coach underneath LaFleur, and he took that whole system and they've been implicating it over there. That's why, you know what I'm saying, when you look at that system all the way up top where the Shanahan's, even they try to have a mobile QB with Lance, you know what I mean? Because that system with a mobile QB is like the dream. I mean, this whole gang was all together and had RG3 at one point. Matt LaFleur, Shanahan with LaFleur and Sean McVay and Zach Taylor and you know what I mean? They were all in the building there. So it makes sense, you know what I mean? That like look, even Jordan Love, he's supposed to be mobile-esque, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? They drafted him. They drafted him instead of getting Rodgers a weapon early on. Then now that same a disciple of that system, Lou Getsy, goes over there to Chicago and they got a mobile QB and he runs to the tune of 1,100 the first year. But now they got weapons, so I think like maybe closer to 700 to 800 is the ceiling. You know what I mean? And maybe 3,500 passing yards is his ceiling.
Yeah.
And maybe if we can get somewhere around 30 combined touchdowns, like we're looking pretty good there. But it's just we're still paying up for him. Talking about Fields, at least.
Yeah, for sure. And like 160 rushing attempts last year.
Probably go down to 120.
Yeah,
maybe 100, maybe 100.
Cut that down by like 25-30%, and then increase the throwing. By 25-30%. Because like, let me see, what did he have last year? 318 on the attempts. And what'd you say? 450, some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, shit.
get him up to, I said maybe 500, 520.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Put
the
him to
ceiling
like
on
where Rogers was, like, I mean, that kind of range, which low 500s, right? High 400s.
Yep, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. I mean, and that would mean they're see what scares me is if
What
they're
up,
gonna
Stevie
try to
B?
be.
Shout out to Dynasty Life.
What up, CV? See, one thing that worries me about Chicago in general is if they're gonna try to be like Green Bay and run really slow, methodical offense. I mean, you don't have Aaron Rodgers, obviously, but you have a mobile QB to be, you know what I mean, to shake things up. Like, you'll be able to keep extending these drives, bro. Just having a mobile QB or even just the threat of it, you know what I mean? And like,
and real quick, we got Stevie B in the house.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, happy Father's Day, my good brother.
What's good? Y'all too. Same to y'all.
Appreciate
Everybody
you.
else out there. Can y'all hear me good? I got a new mic that I set up.
Yeah, man, you sound phenomenal.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound better than before now I think about it.
You said
yeah, well, it was, you know what, I was listening to like Hammer had texted me the other morning, and he was listening to our show the other night, and so I started listening to it, and I noticed that it like cuts off my words sometimes when I first say something, and I just went out and was like, fuck it, let me just get a whole new thing.
Did you destroy the other mic?
What?
Did you destroy the other mic?
No, I still got it. If anybody wants it,
I would have just started like, the end. We're putting an end to this once and for all, Mike.
I should burn that shit, but
see.
Yeah, I remember like year one when I was doing this in 2020, I started off with like a $40 mic, and like, man, that was so legit for like the first year, got me through it. But then, man, when I bought the legit mic, like you can tell the difference. That's crazy.
Good, check it.
So I don't know if anybody's noticed.
Got the whole shit.
There you
go. See, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I talk over people, and I always had good sound because except for until I started doing it on my phone, then my sound would be shitty. But like, cause I'm an audio guy, so my sound's always clean. Then in the beginning, I'd be like, man, why does my mic sound all shitty when I'm watching the playbacks? And then I found out that the guy on the other side would lower my shit down. Because you used to be able to control. I don't think StreamYard allows that anymore. Remember in the beginning, or like back then in 2020, you'd be able to like go on someone's thing and set their settings. You know, like lower them down. Like,
I wish I'd lower peacocks if we could.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's when we noticed that.
I can do that on mine. The one that I use, it used to be called Melon, but they changed it now to like Talk Studio. It's a product from like StreamYard, but and on that one, you can adjust the volume of whoever's on with me. I can adjust the volume.
Man, see, I'd be clutch. Like, I don't know what it was with Peacock. It was crazy this time. His mic was so much louder than it was like in the past.
Well, because he was using his phone. That's what it was. And then like, and he's not on the iPhone, because whoever uses it on the iPhone, it sounds like you're farther away. Like you know what I mean? Like it actually works perfect for me because I'm naturally loud. You know what I mean?
We gotta tell him to get a Bluetooth or something. I mean,
I heard y'all were
had the fly Britney Spears joint. We used to call it the Britney Spears joint. You know, the one like this.
Where you
had that
just,
fly,
like,
and he would wear the Britney shirt too.
Just flip it down like right on the Bluetooth. You don't even have to hit the button. Just flip it open.
Y'all were talking about DJ Moore. Me and Hammer got a case of Mountain Dew on DJ Moore. I've got him finishing in the top 20. Hammer's got him outside the top 20. So
I like your chances, and he's being drafted outside the top 22. So
all right, let's play the game.
Let's play the game. Where are we putting him? But that's where you want him. You want him to be like your wide receiver 3. That's how you're winning, when you've got a DJ Moore as your wide receiver 3, not when you're relying on him as a 1 or even as a 2. Like, you want the advantage of having him as like your 3rd or 4th wide receiver.
See, that was a good take right there. And it sounded phenomenal on the new mic, right? Let's destroy the other mic on camera.
I don't even got it over here. I think I got it on my kitchen table.
Okay, yeah, it's no big deal. I like destruction. But
yeah, in our new dynasty,
let's play a game. I call put him in his place, right? Where are we taking DJ Moore? So let's start naming some names. Let's start like, I know you guys both got your rankings, right? Okay, so just like, I mean, so we're in relation to where you guys got him.
Well, you brought up Jerry Jeudy. I'm taking him over Jerry Jeudy.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm not taking him over Jerry.
I'm taking Jerry Jeudy over him.
Yeah, I'm taking Jeudy. Hold on, I gotta pull up my.
Because I think here's my philosophy on Denver this year is that like they put Russ in a position where he's kind of playing for his job, lightweight, and they beefed up that offensive line. But their running game is going to be slow, and the running backs that they do have healthy right now on paper is Samaje Perine, specialized in the passing game. I think it's going to be a high-paced offense because Drew Brees was always running a ton of plays on offense. You know what I mean? And, again, Sean Payton was the guy calling those plays. So I'm just, it's all low-hanging fruit, but I like it. And that's why I like Jeudy a lot. You know what I mean? Like, Jeudy is the higher percentage A-dot. You know what I mean? And, shit, just everything on paper. There's only ways to find – it's harder to find ways to hate on Jeudy right now. You know what I mean? Like, because everything on paper, like his separation, his catch percentage, and his contested his route tree, what is it called, the Matt Harmon shit, like it's all there.
Reception perception pretty good.
Perception.
It's not elite, but it's it's good enough.
And if we're gonna get some volume out of it, fuck yeah.
So I've got Jeudy at wide receiver 17. I've got DJ Moore at wide receiver 25. So like ahead of DJ Moore, like I have Christian Watson, I have Jahan Dotson, I have
but you got DJ
Jordan
Moore
Addison.
I thought you said you got DJ Moore in the top 20.
No, I got him finishing top 20 as in like the season. I'm talking about
this is how you're drafting,
my dynasty,
right.
like my dynasty wide receivers, like as if we were drafting. So like in DJ Moore range, like I've got Christian Watson, Dotson, Addison, Quentin Johnston, Pickens, J-Mo, Michael Pittman, Treylon Burks. Like I've got all those guys in like the same tier almost.
The little same mesh.
Yeah, because after like 20, it's all like a mesh. I mean, 20 through like 35 is probably all one huge tier. Like,
yeah, it'd be like a difference of touchdowns and shit like that.
Yeah, there's not much difference after that.
Yeah, I think I'm hella bullish on DJ Moore and Jeudy more than everybody. But well, at least where I think they should finish. Like they should be like high in WR2s. And like if they happen to fall into like double-digit touchdowns, which is like going to be difficult, but I mean, it's not far-fetched. They can get into the back end WR1 realm. You know what I mean? I mean, I think 1,000 yards is easy for those guys. You know what I'm saying? If we can get them up to like 1,200, 1,300, you know what I mean? That means they're healthy too.
I mean, put it this way: wide receiver 24 to wide receiver 40 in fantasy points per game is separated by 2 points. Yeah. So like it's just there's a huge tier after like you get to like the top 20 like of just a mesh of the same thing, So
it's a good bet. I like your guys' bet regardless of what's on the line or not. You know what I mean? And so Mountain Dew, is it like, because I remember when we were kids, bro, I used to like Mountain Dew, and then the homies I was running with, we all drank Mountain Dew because they said it'll kill your sperms because we weren't trying to have kids early. And then next thing you know, I have 4 kids.
That was the myth growing up. That's why we used to be like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. I'm drinking this shit.
Right? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Because, I was an adventurer, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with these others, you feel me? Like,
all right, get ready. Look.
Drink a Mountain Dew.
Look at Russ. I found one of his new workouts here.
Been grinding all my life. Sacrifice. Hustle, pay the price.
I don't know if you guys remember where this is from, but he totally copied it from Heavyweights.
Yeah, he doesn't do it too smooth, though, I tell you.
No, he's not.
Hey, get your foot off the ground. Concentrate. You said
Look how smooth they're doing it. Russ ain't doing it that smooth. It don't look
Go back to Russ.
right.
I'll give Russ. Shout out to Russ for the song selection.
We keep this up.
That Nipsey was hard.
Apache Relay.
Was it Apache Relay?
Yeah,
It's a dumb intercamp event.
He's not as good, man. He tried to steal the workout, but he's
Show Russ's again. Show Russ's again one more time.
Those kids were clowning Russ.
Let me see that.
Been grinding all my life. Sacrifice.
Back.
Yeah, like see, he's like.
That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.
Hey, what up, Bandy? So what's happening, people? He said love heavyweights, real classic. We need to do that for the silver screen breakdowns one of these days, because Ben Stiller's character is it's just so classic.
It's kind of cool because in my world, or in my version, Ben Stiller gets skinny and then he's Dwight in fucking
Dodgeball, right?
In Dodgeball, yeah.
I mean, they're like the exact same character, right?
I mean, he kind of is that guy in a lot. So in a lot of different movies, like put a mustache on him and he's villainous. You know what I mean? Like in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
He ain't got hands. And then he's, well, what about a warm glass of shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Damn, he's cold, bro. You put the mustache on Ben Stiller, he's villainous.
Derek, did you see the new Mountain Dew they came out with? It's like a purple mist or some shit like that.
Is it grape?
It's like it's got like a hint of grape in it, but it ain't that good. I tried it the other day. And
does it taste like medicine?
Like grape medicine?
It doesn't taste like medicine, but it tastes more like a carbonated fruit soda instead of the Mountain Dew.
I don't know. You know what's crazy? Because I like soda. Like I fuck with it all.
Now the Code Red is banging, but
because the Code Red is the evil stepchild, bro. It's like, listen, I'm gonna get it, bro. You know, everyone thought the Mountain Dew. Didn't they have like a blue one too?
Thought they had like all colors.
Had a couple different ones, but original is always gonna stand out. The Code Red's always gonna stand out. The other ones have not been able to match up to that.
When I was in high school, bro. And then I don't know, just soda just reminds me of drinking lean. Like, because there was a time period where like all of a sudden when I go to the studio, that like everybody there's gonna be a couple people that got their pints out. You know what I mean? And it's just all different types of sodas. You feel me? Like, motherfuckers is funny.
I bet it's funny, Bandy. My fingers hurt. Oh, your fingers hurt. Well, your back's gonna hurt now because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Hey, remember Diddy's on the phone slinging these handcrafted fucking whatever the fuck.
This is some high quality shit we're talking about here. Some high quality quilts.
These are real authentic grandma made quilts, bro.
Yeah, wait a second. We're extending arts and crafts today by 4 hours.
We got a deadline to make, people.
Oh man, and Marty said love voltage. Is that the blue one?
Okay, there you go. I know I've had it before. I'm just mad. I wasn't mad at it either. I was just like,
Which one is that one?
It's the blue one, I think.
The voltage might be the blue one, yeah.
Oh yeah, Marty said voltage was the blue / purplish one.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Actually,
I'll take advantage. I'll take your advice on that, Stevie. I won't try the purple one, but the Code Red one.
Try it just to try it. I mean, just to try it.
You guys fuck with the
Hawaiian get a regular one. Get a regular one too, just in case you really don't like the purple one. You could at least.
It's not. Can we consider it a soda? Hawaiian Punch? No. Huh?
Hawaiian Punch? No, that's juice. Hawaiian Punch is juice.
Is it? There's no. I thought there's carbonation though.
That's what I'm saying, right? It doesn't go right.
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe
Nah.
not.
I don't know. I'm not really a Hawaiian Punch motherfucker though, since I was like a wee tyke. So you know what I mean. That's why I was thinking out loud right now. Y'all ever fuck with cream sodas? Like you remember the old machines that it'd be like for the cheap sodas, like 15 cents or like 25 cents or whatever era you lived in, but it was like the select sodas or whatever, or the Sierra, or the Shastas or whatever is that what they call it. And they would have all the different. They'd have cola and like root beer and like, but they always have cream sodas and like that cream soda was the shit.
See, it says that that Hawaiian Punch is a soda soft drink.
Is it?
Boom!
Wow.
I mean, that's what they advertise it as.
Man, the homies that used to drink the codeine in the.
I got one though. Hawaiian Punch or Cactus Cooler though.
It'd probably be Hawaiian Punch for me.
Well,
got some bite to it.
Whoever got Coke products, the grape high C is banging. I know I've said that on here before. But the grape high C is the shit, bro. Yes.
They got that.
Wendy's always got it. Who
Oh,
else got it? There's
hey,
a couple
okay, look
places.
at
Whoever's
this.
got like the Coke products, some big ass Coke machines.
Hey,
What's-
man,
what's-
Shake Shack is good. Shake Shack's
Shake
delicious.
Shack probably got it then.
No, well, look at this. Shake Shack is very good, but it's very expensive. And I would always want to go there because they had great Fanta there. I'll pay $100 for a fucking 6 of us to have a burger each.
That's funny.
But goddamn it, because I want that soda.
Look at this shit. Fucking Carl said Hawaiian Punch is soda. It's just not pop. What's the difference?
I don't know, man. You know, okay, look at this.
I thought pop was just soda to the Midwestern people.
My mom, yeah, I was about to say that. So not even Midwest, like my cousins that grew up in Colorado,
Okay.
right? It's when they would come out west, they'd be like, "You got any pop?" They'd be like, "What?" I thought it was like some slang for some drugs or some shit that I wasn't on. I'm like, "What you talking about? What you talking about? Some pop? What's this?" They're like soda pop. Like, oh. But then too, I guess it's just a cultural thing too. It's like, what, you know what I mean? Because I've met people from LA that grew up calling it pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess I have cousins that lived in Arizona that called it pop also.
You feel me? I think we're the only ones that call it soda, bro.
Yeah, in Canada it's pop.
It's pop A.
What Marty said? What's Cactus Cooler? I mean, it's like,
isn't it like it's like
orange pineapple almost?
I was gonna say it's like it's a menagerie. Isn't it like one of those fruit drinks that has all the crazy fruits though? The pineapple and the fucking mango and orange.
Let's see.
My 2-year-old, she has a crazy
orange pineapple.
See, there you go.
And like when you drink it, especially if it's cold, like I swear, it's like, man, it's got more kick than Coca-Cola. Like really get you like right in your neck.
Well, see, it depends with the Coca-Cola. It depends though, because like if you have like a cold can, or like you ever see those bottles,
cold bottles,
glass bottles.
Yeah, the Mexico ones.
Woo!
I mean, those ones are way better because it's got the real sugar in it. Not the fake ass sugar. Like those ones I actually like consider like drinking. Like I don't drink soda anymore.
Yeah.
It's conscious decision.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
But the Mexican soda is a lot different though. Like it's actually
funny because in quarantine I started like abusing the things that I wasn't doing anymore. Like I picked up cigarettes again. Good thing I quit them again. You know what I mean?
What up,
hopefully
Mark?
This is the one. But it's been fucking since the day after Super Bowl, so I feel good about that. But like soda would just be like, because we're going on, during quarantine, it wasn't even grocery like runs no more. It was supply runs. So it's like, because I'm about to go grocery shopping for like a month. You know what I mean? And like, so we would just get cases of everything. Now all of a sudden we got hella sodas on deck. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then I had 2 fridges, so it's like just one fridge with all beverages. And you know what I mean? I might have, just because of that, how many times you see me on the stream? I might drink like 3 or 4 sodas. We're doing like a 2-hour stream.
I'll tell you who's the soda fiend is Zoo Crew. And everything is a cola or a Coke, like no matter what.
Yeah.
What kind of Coke you got? Oh, I got Sprite, Dr. Pepper, got Coke. But
Coke machine with 100
I fuck with Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's that one too.
Dr. Pepper's a shit. I like Dr. Pepper.
Right?
And see, and I don't like any of those fucking fountain drinks though, man. Like those Coke machines, because it's all just straight syrup. Like that's why
it makes it so good. It's like fucking crack. You got to keep drinking that shit.
Especially if you get them at the right time and they just change the machine and it's good.
Yeah.
Woo!
And most of the time, and I used to work in the restaurant industry. Most of the time, those things are not calibrated correctly. Like nobody's came to check and make sure that it's coming out properly. So you're getting more syrup than usual, which makes you even want it more and more. It's just
well, because we got gut biomes.
Yeah.
Are you guys aware of gut biomes? So we have gut biomes that like crave like sweets and shit. And it's kind of crazy because and then there's a theory that it ties in somehow. It's psychologically with us, that then we have cravings for it. Like it's like it tells us.
Eric said he's drinking a Pepsi as we speak.
See, I'm not a Pepsi guy.
See, I would only get it's crazy because like I grew up drinking Pepsi. My grandma, that was her like thing, and when we had dinner, and but Yeah, I don't know. It's like if you got Coke, I'd rather get it. If they only have Pepsi, I might switch it over to the Sprite or the Sierra Mist or whatever.
Or, or I'll get a root beer or something. Or a Dr. Pepper.
I prefer Pepsi. I mean, cherry Pepsi's a shit too. But yeah, I prefer Pepsi over.
So your palate, you like more sweet stuff. That's why you like the Mountain Dews and stuff like that. You like that real sweet.
I took the Pepsi challenge 3 times in a row and chose Coke.
Yeah. Coke
every time I drank the Pepsi challenge, bro, I just spit that shit out
my stomach. It's not good for my stomach.
Yeah, hella carbonated.
You know, they really gotta like spin me around or like have me drunk or something. I'm always gonna know this the Coke, bro.
Yeah. For
sure. Hold on, are we still talking about soda? Ayo.
Well, and I think what it is when you get it cold, it's just got more bite, to it. And it's like, I don't know.
Speaking of bite, how about root beer? I fuck with A&W, but I'm a big fan of the Barks.
Yeah, I was gonna say A&W is my favorite, but Barks would be a second.
Yeah, I'm not a root beer guy.
Okay.
Don't mess with the root beer.
Root beer float.
Yeah, make it a Pepsi float.
Okay, I was gonna say, what about a Coke,
or Coke float? Or Coke float. That's cool. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll take Coke.
I'm not mad at that.
But if I've got to drink it, I just prefer a Pepsi. And then those cans are like,
now let's switch gears.
You get a fucking ice cold can of Mountain Dew or Pepsi. I mean, shit, you could swallow that thing like.
Pause, but yes, I agree. What about
we need to do a bracketology of like best sodas or best drinks. Or
we gotta switch gears real quick though. Hold on. What about at the goddamn Baskin Robbins?
His choice for root beer.
They got a sherbet blast, right? It's like rainbow sherbet ice cream, and then they put Mountain Dew, like Mountain Dew something.
Mountain Dew rainbow sherbet. A little too fruity for me, but
this shit goes crazy.
Yeah.
I'll take vanilla bean though. I mean, that vanilla bean ice cream that's banging.
I call that the Alex Smith. Because Alex Smith, he's the type of dude that would go into Baskin Robbins, just 31 flavors, be like, give me the vanilla.
I'm getting vanilla and chocolate, bro. Vanilla and chocolate. Or we'll give me some Oreo, but
hey, I'm not mad at it though. Okay, hold on. Are we doing the banana splits?
Love banana splits.
Right?
Yeah.
I ain't into all that other shit. Like, yeah, give me a scoop of vanilla, a scoop of chocolate, and a scoop of the Oreo.
Okay, in the East Coast, this is a big deal right here. In the East Coast, when you eat a banana, you cut it up.
Well, if I ever eat a banana, well, I don't anymore. But I used to put them in my cereal. So yeah, I used to cut them up and put in my cereal.
Yeah, because
like Cheerios with like a fucking massive amount of like heart attack amount of sugar.
He'll never eat a banana like that. It's forever pause. He's like banana.
I'll never eat a banana. Just like holding it. No.
Yeah. See, I ate it with no problem, and then ever since it's been over 10 years ago too. When I was in New York with my boys, like, hey, listen, bro, you can't eat a banana like that, bro.
Yeah, what the hell was it on Don't Be a Menace where Ashtray Sean, he's got the ice cream and he's slurping it all up. He's like, man, you better stop licking the ice cream like that before I put you on the corner and make me some money.
You know what's also bang? You ever go on a cruise or you go to like the Chinese buffet and they got the ice cream machine, the soft serve shit?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I like how you said the Chinese buffet though too, because for real though, because they have that at every single one, bro. And I've been on a cruise too. You know what I'm saying? When I was on the cruise, I was drinking more alcohol, and when I'm on the alcohol, I don't fuck with anything dairy. So, but I remember all my younger cousins that was there, they was all on that shit, man. Then you have the little fucking the fudge. You can put the hot fudge on it.
It's funny. Marty said, "Random. Y'all ever had those suckers with the caramel outside the sour green apple?"
Yeah, hell yeah. On everything. That's how I pulled out my wisdom teeth when I was a kid. Because those things will stick around.
Yeah.
And then it was loose, and then they were saying, oh, they'll pull it out. You know what I mean? Eventually. And then you know what I'm saying? So they were scheduled to pull it out, and I was in junior high. I was eating the fucking the caramel apple, and it was just lodged in that motherfucker. And I went to big pause when I went to spread my jaw back open. That thing out, pause. Shit was stuck to it, man.
Fuck.
Big pause. That's the first.
Big pause. Hey, no, the most legendary pause. I was in the booth, right? So let me just paint the picture. You know, studio. You know what I'm saying? Studio. I'm in the booth. I also am a fixture on the other side. Like when you know, so I play both sides. Like where I'm recorded and I'll be in the booth recording. Right. So I'm directing the person recording me, and I'm like, hey, and you know, I can't hear anything, but they can hear me. And then you know, now I'm like, hey, and I'm pointing at the little patch bay or the interface. I'm like, hey, pull it out. Plug me in the bottom right there. And they're like, what? And they're, you know, I can't hear them. They're laughing in the soundproof booth. You know what I mean? I'm like, I said, pull it out. I can't hear them, but they can hear me out the speakers. You know what I mean? And I'm like, pull it out, plug me in the bottom. They're like, what? And he's like, what? Like, pull it out, plug me in the bottom, goddammit. Then they play it back. I'm like, son of a bitch. And it's just, and real talk, I would show up to the studio and be like months later. I show up, what are we working on? Man, I need you to pull it out, plug me in the bottom.
So look, what do you guys think about this? What up, Ryan? I gave Javonte and Terry, received Olave in the second. Feels like an overpay, but I love Olave. Thoughts?
He asked this question yesterday. I still have the same thoughts.
I like it. I mean, because realistically, it probably cost you Terry and a first, maybe plus, to just get Olave on his own. And you had to give up Javonte. That kind of sucks. But he's a running back, so you know I'd way much rather have a wide receiver.
Oh, never mind. This is a different
Olave,
question.
he's a top 10 dynasty guy for me, and he's part of my Supernova 12. So yeah, I'm all for Olave. You get a second round pick on top of that. So yeah. Yeah, it's like basically Javonte for Olave and then Terry for a second. Like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, somebody asked me why is it called a supernova?
Why is it called a supernova?
Because it's when a star blows up, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even a joke.
Man, did you guys hear about the Patriots cornerback Jack Jones? He was arrested going through the Boston Logan International Airport. He had 2 guns in his carry-on.
What is he thinking? What is he
just think of the
I mean, is he from Texas?
I don't know. Let's see.
Because he might be
worse
like,
that's way worse than Hammer, right?
He might honestly think that, oh, I own these guns. I could carry them around like, oh, I'm from Texas.
He's from the LBC.
Oh, never mind. hey, you listen, bro. You can't even have guns like that in Cali, bro. So you know what I mean?
It made me just think of the Cat Williams shit.
The whole fucking world going crazy. I know it's crazy. I got caught up in the crazy. The fuck am I doing at the airport with a goddamn pistol? And I'm supposed to be doing shows and shit. That was a mistake. I had too much luggage, too many guns. My motherfucking bad. At least my nigga friends understood. My white friends didn't understand at all. That motherfucker, what? He had a gun. Niggas like, yeah. Nigga better have a motherfucking gun. White people like, but it was stolen. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot a nigga with my gun? What kind of bullshit is that? Bam, bam, there's the evidence. Come find me.
It's only true.
The fucked up part about it was the TSA person was cool. It was a nigga. He like 24. He a fan. He talking all professional and shit. And then I just heard the nigga just come out of him and scare both of us. And he was just like, yeah, man, I watch Wild Now all the time, man. Nigga, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga, it's a gun in this bag. Nigga, I don't even have a bag. What the fuck is you? I hate bags, nigga. I hate them. I don't even like them under my eyes, nigga. My niggas will tell you I hate a bag. Them motherfuckers took my ass to jail. The fucked up part is I hadn't been since the last time I ain't had no money, so I was in there broke. And I went there, and it's the same motherfucking jail. Ain't changed a bit. That motherfucker's still jail. For those of y'all who ain't never been to jail, you want to know what it's like? Go home, go in the closet, turn off the light, and stand there. I didn't get too depressed because I was kind of proud. For the first time in my whole fucking life, I was finally in jail, and I finally had the bail money. I was walking around that motherfucker like, it's all right, bitch. They were trying to offer me shit. I don't want your sandwich, bitch. I ain't gonna be here long. That's okay. You can keep your blanket and your pillow, bitch, because I'm finna open the door, bitch, and say, I did all that talking. I said, they came back. They was like, sir, we have no bail. Oh, Jesus. How I'm gonna pay 10% of nothing, Jesus? I can't do algebra, Lord.
Fucking Cat Williams always getting into some shit.
I mean, shit. You know what it is too? It's the energies, bro. Energies transfer, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you keep them energies, bro, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if you're carrying guns, it's because you're in situations where you gotta have your gun on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look at
he talks about when he got shot. What up, Bakes a lot?
What up, Bakes?
Just like outside the club, and he was like, "Man, look at these motherfuckers about to squabble. Oh, it's about to get good." They said someone pulls out a gun and shoots, and it like shoots him in the leg. He's like, "Wait a minute,
like,
Jesus, pimp down."
He's like, "Man, I was just about to enjoy a fight." We went, okay, you know, like them, so, you know, I'm from San Jose and shit, and fucking, you know, there's a lot of, like, you'll see, like, a lot of the Asian bars, and then you'll see, like, a lot of the straight, like, paisa, we call them the paisa bars, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you know, it's Mexicans, but you know, it's everyone speaks Spanish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I have the homies where he's like, you know, they frequent this bar, you know, he's a Mexican cat, but he can speak, you know, Spanish and whatnot, and he got other homies that you be over there with. So one time we just meet him up over there, and I'm walking in, right? And then, like, this spot be cracking. They had, like, a mariachi band type of shit at this particular night. And I'm just walking in, and then my boy's like, oh, I'm like, hey, get me in the front. Because, like, they're, like, sweating people in the front. And he comes out, he sees me, hey, what up? And I'm like, you know, he's like, it's one of those things where, you know, he's on the phone, we're looking for each other. And he's like, oh, right here. And I'm walking towards the front, and it's behind him, a fight just breaks out, right? He's like, oh, and he looks, and it's just nothing to do with him. So now we're just now I'm next to him, we're just spectating their fight, and the dude's just stabbing him in the neck, hell time. Then the securities, the security outside, they close the door, right? And it's glass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's glass. So you just see all these fools, they're trying to get out.
Yeah.
But they locked the thing because their boys out there getting fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now the cops are arresting the fools. And, like, you know how cops are, they have no mercy. The dude that was getting stabbed up, he's down there handcuffed because he was wilding, you know what I mean? So he's just on the ground, just blood spraying out. I'm like, yeah, bro, I think I'm gonna leave, bro. You know what I mean? Like, listen, bro, fucking, I'm out.
Mexicans get too crazy, man, when they get drunk. I mean, I don't know. Everyone gets too crazy when they get drunk, but I mean,
that's what's crazy about San Jose. That's what crazy is about being from San Jose, though, because, like, those two cultures, especially like the Vietnamese and Mexican culture, you know what I mean? Because they'll have they're the ones that they'll have like entire plazas upon plazas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then like when you want to find like a gang of the Filipinos, like they're all over San Jose for sure. But like, you know what I mean? Like you go to Milpitas, that's like the neighboring city, right? That's like the stereotype there is like that's where all the Filipinos and Indians is at. You know what I mean? It's hell of them. But now the Indians is all over the place, bro. They're everywhere because they're like the tech kings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And okay, now TJ Edwards. What do you think about this? Think this some bullshit? Says that he sees similarities between Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields. Just blowing smoke.
I mean, what is he supposed to say? What is he supposed to say?
I know,
I mean,
exactly, right?
but you know, he's almost on Jalen Hurts' level. I mean, no, you got to give confidence in your guy and your QB. I mean, it's kind of similar like situations where like this is the year he's got to take that step up. They got him some weapons, so you know you would hope he takes that next step. So
yeah, you know, I like that you said that right there because he didn't say he's vague with it, right? He could be talking situationally. He could be talking like, you know what I mean? Because he was there to see Hurts go into year 3. You know what I mean? Like it could be that, and the fact that there's similarities in their as QBs because with the mobility and whatnot, and like, but of course, like this is gonna get overblown, and I mean, it's not like you can overblow Justin Fields anymore anyway. I think like when we get to that realm of where the range Justin Fields goes, I think people, and I'm speaking predominantly for Superflex, I think there's still people that will take Jackson over him. Like I think Jackson is slowly getting,
I would.
Sure.
Right. So like, and I think like this, so there's no higher that he can really go up. You know what I mean?
Hold on, real quick. Bakes a Lot said, "What's the underdog code?" So here's the link, and you want to use the promo code Hustler.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go change a poop diaper,
and that'll get you matched. That'll get you a match deposit up to $100 on Underdog.
Did a bunch of NFL ones, like season long ones, like over, under, like whatever yardage or touchdowns and shit. Let me see if I can sign in.
And that was what, on Underdog?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do Underdog in Vegas.
Oh, you can't?
No, Nevada's one of the, I think, 8 states that they can't do it in.
Damn.
I think DraftKings is finally going to be here soon because, like, on the way from my house to the freeway, DraftKings has like this big corporate office that they just built. So I wonder if they're what casino they're getting connected to. It's really either Caesars or MGM. Those are like the two huge sports books that damn near like all the casinos are connected to one of them, one or the other. Ha! Crispy said, "Can you change my diaper too? I'm old, remember?" Fucking Crispy. Yeah, who wants to do a mock draft tonight? Been thinking about that. We could do it. We could probably start like around 5:30-ish. But like, what kind of mock draft should we do? Feel like I'm over the dynasty mock drafts as of now. Maybe a rookie mock draft with IDP. Maybe just a redraft mock, kind of like Hustler style. Or maybe even an auction draft. I kind of want to do an auction draft just because I know people are looking for that kind of info, and I know a lot of people aren't doing auction drafts. And Marty said, "Going to the Twins game, or else I would." Who they playing tonight? And Marco said, kind of contradicting itself if gambling's being banned in Vegas. Well, no, it's like, okay, Vegas is just different. Everything's contained within the city, and there's no state taxes or no state income tax. And it's because a lot of the casinos and shit they pay for. That's why there's no state income tax, is because of the casinos and shit. And so, like, the casinos just have the lockdown on gambling, is what it is. So until like a DraftKings gets a partnership with one of these, two major sports books in Vegas, they're really not going to have it. So it's probably going to be the same thing with Underdog. They're going to have to come out here and plant their flag and get connected with one of the casinos. Oh, nice. Marty said the Red Sox. Nice. Might not be nice for the Twins. I don't know how good they are right now. And Crispy said redraft. Okay. Yeah, we haven't done a redraft mock draft yet. Yeah, let's see. Some of the leagues that we're filling, just reminding you guys, because we already filled all the dynasty leagues are there. We're not starting anymore. But for the redraft leagues, we got the 32-team league, and we got 17 spots filled so far. We got the guillotine league. We got 9 spots filled so far. We're probably going to start 2 of those leagues, 18 per league. We got the vampire leagues. That's 10 teams per league. Everyone has the same shot of being the vampire. The 3 QB leagues where you start 2 QBs plus a super flex, also 10-team leagues. Those ones are fucking dope. And then the Hustler redraft leagues, those are just going to be like exact same style as dynasty leagues, but way less bench spots, but all the same scoring and everything. And the Debo Snatcher Chain leagues where it's a forced trade league. Every week, whoever wins the matchup, you get to steal a starter from your opponent. That one is really fucking crazy.
Steal a starter from your opponent. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not for the faint at heart. Like we had there was 2 of these leagues, and one of them like Justin Jefferson's changing hands week 1. Patrick Mahomes changed hands week 1. So
now, can you change the same player more than once? Or is there any rules like?
The only rule is starter for starter. So you do have to give up a starter to send back as well.
Any position though?
Offense for offense, defense for defense.
Okay.
And yeah, that one was it was real interesting. It's like if you get on a nice roll, like you could just roll through it. But I know like Bogey, he was getting a run of bad luck where he just his team wasn't hitting, and then he's losing these close matchups and losing dope ass players. And
can't come back from that. But you win a couple weeks in a row, and you're in business.
Yeah, for sure. So that one was super, super fun. A lot of people got pissed though. It got to the point where some people. So there's the only rule in sleeper is you can't sit everybody. You have to play at least one player. And in this league, because of just how everything works out, there is no rule that you have to start a starting lineup necessarily. So when a couple people thought they were going to catch the L, they just caught the L anyways, and then played one person that they didn't care about losing. And then the people on the other side got pissed. So why aren't they starting all their starters? And it was just the strategy of some people to take the loss but not lose the player. Because if you take the loss and lose the player, I mean, I don't know. It's tough.
That's rough.
Canada Marty in the house. What up?
It's good, Marty.
And the best ball tourney, we're moseying along in the divisions here because we just filled the Sandlot division, and our homie BS Barbarians got in there, and that's division number 40. And we're filling up the Simpsons fast draft, and we got 6 spots left. We're shooting for a Thursday draft, and we got the Sopranos slow draft. There's 6 spots left there, and all the slow drafts start when they fill, within a day or 2.
Groovy, baby.
Yeah. Ooh, that's one that we haven't done. We haven't done Austin Powers yet.
There you go.
Or Wayne's World, yeah.
Right.
Real Deal Prime, what up, bro? What's going on?
What up, Prime? Didn't you hear about Prime?
Yeah. That he might have to have his foot amputated.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked.
You know, what's crazy is Prime's the type of dude that'll come through on a peg leg and talking about, all right, y'all, who want to raise me? You know what I mean? Because he'll use everything to help as a coaching method, right? If your coach gotta go through adversities, boys, you got to too. When life told you, look at man, the life that took my foot. You know what I mean? I can hear him already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't.
He's an inspirational dude. He's an inspirational cat. You feel me?
Because what they say is not getting enough, he's not getting the proper amount of blood flow to his foot, I believe is what they said.
Yeah, I mean, that's why foot injuries linger the most because, when you get into the foot area, right, the blood flow, it's all, you know what I mean? That's why you got to have your foot elevated, whatever, you know what I mean? Whenever you have some type of, you know what I'm saying? Because getting that blood flow in there is how it's going to heal it up, you know what I mean? So it's and when you ain't got no blood flow in there, regularly, it could, deteriorate shit, you feel me? I don't know the technical term for it, but
yeah,
obviously, and say you start getting scar tissue or tissue dying or some bullshit, and you get you can turn to gangrene or some bullshit, you know what I mean? And now you're shit, you gotta amputate this shit before it gets to all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
shit, you got to get it nip it in the butt before it gets worse, man. You know what I mean? Okay, look at this, man. I had an uncle pass away probably 15, 16 years ago, but it was because he had a cancer in his leg. Then they removed it, and then it kept coming back, and then they were okay, he kept just wanting to remove pieces of the leg, and they're like, no, you might need to take the whole leg off. And then at one point, it was just too late. Like, you know what I mean? It just kept spreading and spreading. Like, you know what I mean? Like, totally different case, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then shit, like you guys heard about Jamie Foxx, how he had the stroke, and like, man, he's all fucked up right now. Like, man, it's crazy.
I think he appeared. He didn't he speak on a podcast? Or no, I think he put something out, right? He put like a statement out.
Yeah,
his family put out a statement or something because they was making it like it was worse than what it was. Like they were saying he was on like his deathbed, but he really wasn't.
Yeah.
But like, man, bro, like shit, strokes is shit. That's all bad, man.
Yeah.
Like blood, that's like blood pressure shit, and like like my girl, she's on blood pressure meds because 4 kids later, plus having a history of hypertension in her family, and you know what I mean, like that shit's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts. Because they were saying that he was like partially blind and paralyzed, and I think it was his. Like they came out and said that was an inaccurate statement. So we don't know how fucked up he is right now. But man, I mean, he had a stroke, and it's all bad. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. He's one of my favorite Sagittariuses in the world. I grew up on some Jamie Foxx. In Living Color, from In Living Color to the motherfucking to the Jamie Foxx show, to all the movies. Then now he's a movie star. Then like by the time I'm 21, he got hits on the radio. So we're out there partying. It's like I grew up with Jamie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I Might Need Security, classic stand up.
Yeah, that's the one where he was like, "Bro, I went to Africa, bro."
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah. I cannot even do it. Yeah, it's almost like we need to. It's almost like we need to get into it.
In my memory, he's like wearing like the silk, right? He's wearing like the silk shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Sagittarius, we always gotta do some peacock syndrome shit, bro. I'm about to wear some shit that's about to be like.
Nice. Real Deal Prime said he's a Sagittarius December 7th.
Yeah, hey, November 30th, you know what I mean? See, all the Sagittarius is always fighting. We're one of a kind, man.
Africa. No sound, man.
Somebody got that in Oakland.
Now, Oakland, I know what you're thinking. What did Africa look
there
like?
It is.
There you go.
Africa looked just like Oakland. I'm serious. They're going to fool you, make you believe that Africa they naked and they got bones in their noses. Don't believe that hype. It's beautiful over there. That's your heritage. It's beautiful. And they don't want you to know that. When I was over there, I got surprised. Because it's just like being right here. The only thing about it is that right outside, it'll be an elephant just... Is that a fucking elephant? Y'all ain't got no choke chain or nothing for this motherfucker? Now, some things you got to get used to when you get to Africa, like the smells. Bring you an extra set of nostrils or something to click on, because you're going to burn those furs too right the fuck off. Soon as you get off the plane, like, shit, what the fuck is this I done landed in? It's like, shit. And they just used to it. It's musty as hell. These little musty. And you like this. I ain't got no fan or nothing. This shit is tearing my mustache up. I can't even fucking inhale in this motherfucker. I'm like,
man, he's like,
get my little air like this.
You get there,
shit, these motherfuckers. Because it's a different kind of funk. It's a different level to their funk. Black people got a way of describing this level of funk. It's called God damn. Am I right? Because, it's levels. It's like, ooh, that don't smell too good. And then there's, somebody stepped in some shit. And then there's, God damn, do you smell that shit? And they used to it. They just dancing and hugging each other. I'm like, God, y'all need some soap and water. And then check this out. Flip this. When they smell me with all my cologne on and shit, guess what? I stink. I stink. So me and this African dude is standing next to each other trying to figure out who in the hell is stinking.
That's funny because they probably would have tore him up nowadays, just the way he spoke about Africa. He got the bones in the nose, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They probably would have tore him up on the internet
I don't know,
these
but
days.
It smells like shit. It does smell like shit, doesn't it?
Damn, when was
smelling around? I said, motherfucker, that's you, motherfucker, that's
99?
you. I said, well, you need to take a bath. Well, you need to not take a bath.
He already did.
And then I mess around and pooed it, right? He was like, what is that fragrance you're wearing? What is that? Do it again.
That's fucked up. He said he pooed it. He said, what's that smell? What's that lovely fragrance? Damn. That's cold.
Let's see. When was it? Yeah, I feel like it was early 2000.
He did Ali already, so because that's why he was in Africa. You know what I mean?
2002.
There you go. Yeah, I remember renting that in high school. Run Tell That. That's the one that came out in what, like 99, 2000? The Martin Lawrence one?
So you can run and tell that. Oh boy.
Oh boy. That's probably where you got that from though.
Maybe.
Because he says that a bunch. You can run and tell that. Or and then there's another thing. I think, is that the one where you ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off?
Let's see. Martin Lawrence Run Tell That was 2002.
Okay, damn, same year.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of coming. That was like, they're like, hold on, I do this. You know what I mean? Because think about that. Look at Eddie Murphy. He got into movies. He never came back to stand up.
Yeah.
I heard he was in the gym though. This past couple years, like getting in the gym, doing little clubs and shit.
It was funny. I was listening to Kevin Hart, Arsenio Hall, and Eddie Murphy. It was like during COVID and stuff. And Arsenio was like, "Man, Eddie, we should do one of these drive-in like movie theater." Like, he's like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, you're like at a drive-in movie theater and you're doing the stand-up on stage." He was like, "Man, fuck that." It was like,
what the fuck is that?
He's like, "You go do that shit. Nobody's gonna be honking at me while I'm doing jokes."
Oh shit, I didn't think of that, huh?
Yeah, because that's
you have someone come in and tap on the window. Hey, stop honking. It's your final warning, brother. And then you roll down the road. What'd you say? Somebody's getting shot at that driving fucking joint, man. You're gonna have to search cars in and out that motherfucker.
Yeah. Fuck that. That was doing way too much.
But also too, like, just all jokes aside, like when you're, it's probably nothing like stand-up, but it is kind of like when we're performing, you know what I mean? Like when we're doing a show or something, you know what I mean? We're just rocking like a 7-minute set, but like if the crowd's with you right away, you know what I mean? Especially like when you don't have a song that everyone's not familiar with or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of times that'll happen when you go like do like a road show and you're opening up for somebody else because you're trying to get, you know what I mean? But it's like, so imagine that too, you know what I mean? Now you're a stand-up and it's like, so you would have to like, you got all these people in cars now though, you know what I mean? Even if you're Eddie Murphy, it's just like, you're just set up to bomb, you know what I mean?
Well, and the car is like them honking, that's them clapping because you can't hear anybody clap. All the windows are up. Like that. So that's what it is. That's what's even more trippy. Or like flashing the lights or some shit. Like any of that could be considered clapping, but things that could fuck with the set.
And it's like, would the audio be in the fashion where it's like a drive-in where it feeds right to the car? Because then it's like, then you could actually use that. You'd be like, yo, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Honk the horn when y'all is feeling it. You know what I mean? Because look at this. You know what's funny about bombing? Like, look, we were watching that Jamie Foxx shit. He was bombing like shit that damn near whole first little segment right there. When he's like, you know, you get it, it smells. And then that bombs. And he's like, you know, like, what I landed? That bombs. Then he's like, you know, like, you know, it's like there's funk, and it's like, goddamn. And it's like, okay, that kind of goes over. And he's like, okay, Bill, you know what I mean? It's like, and that's his written set, so he has to like die through it.
Yeah.
He can't just like switch gears and try to freestyle something, you know what I mean? You could tell, like, and then see, that's the thing too, is like, I think, see, that's where Joe Rogan said he never wanted to get into movies. He's like, I do this, and I do stand up, and then I do this, you know what I mean? Because he's like, I'm terrible at acting. He's like, something you gotta have repetition. And then he kind of hints at these comedian actors who like go back to try to do stand up. And it's like, that's kind of an example of it, right? Like, I wonder if I go back and watch.
Yeah, because even Chappelle, like, they're doing the fucking the sketch comedy shit
at the time. Yeah.
I mean, I know they're writing it, but it's not like.
But he never stepped away from the stand-up aspect of it, because maybe when he stepped away from the world period for those couple years, right? But then when he came back in 2000, I want to say it was 2004, 2003, when he had the Frisco special.
Wasn't that 2005?
Okay, so that's when he came back. But he came back, did a special. But see, but the year prior to that, he was like popping up in the clubs, right? Getting his hour together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing it the right way. And then, you know what I'm saying? A year of that, now he has an hour. He lands a special with obviously Comedy Central. He might even shot it himself and then sold it to them. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure he was already on game at that point. But not enough to where it was like he still needed money. He's like, all right, I want to give me this for it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember the name of that venue. Fillmore. Yep.
Yeah.
I actually saw M and D12 there.
Oh man.
Yeah, it wasn't just D12. Cause like they on their tour, Eminem only did like a handful of the venues, but he chose to do that venue. I remember he said something on the mic that night. He was like, you know what sucks too is he said something on the mic like about like this venue, like, you know, back in the days he came here and there was a battle and this something like that.
Well, I mean, that's what Dave Chappelle talked about, right? How like Richard Pryor was in Rob Williams.
Yeah, but see, he didn't. But Eminem said, but it's funny because it's all the rap acts. Like he was.
For sure.
Yeah. The Independent is another venue in Frisco like that, where like I think like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and all these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Because I remember Tech Nine saying that shit. Like he was excited to rock there.
All right, and the last piece of news before we get out of here. A.K. Dobbins still frustrated with his contract situation. He has yet to attend any of the
you know, I think he's smart for this. You know why? I bet you he's like, I need more rest.
Yeah, don't get hurt right now.
Like, what if he's trying to hide it? He's like, listen, I need more rest.
And he's the only game in town. I mean, I know they got Gus Edwards and all that, but
I think I'm gonna try to buy him for cheap instead of buying over Hammer or Stevenson. Let's go see if I can. Huh?
I like JK this year.
Me too.
I think a lot of people do, and I don't think anyone's like really taking the contract. This whole dispute, I don't think they're really taking it seriously. So.
I don't know. I'm in 14 hustle leagues, so wherever I need running back, I'm gonna try to buy those motherfuckers. I have 14 chances. I have $0. Somebody's gonna be like, "Fuck that." It's usually the teams that have been going, the teams that where the leagues have been going for like this, like either year 2 or 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Usually the ones in the first year, we're not going to see any blockbuster trades. Like,
no,
we'll see them during the draft. Usually not before the season starts.
Touche.
And Stevie, what do you guys got going on? What new content you guys dropping in there and working on?
Well, I still got my Supernova 12, so I got to finish that up. I'll introduce a few more guys on Thursdays and Sunday show. And that's about it. We got to start up doing the mock drafts again. I stopped. I'm slacking a little bit. So maybe we'll start that back up on Wednesdays. But other than that, that's about it.
And who wants to do a mock draft if we do it tonight? Or should we just do something else? Crispy's the only one who said do a redraft mock draft. But who would mock with us if we do a mock draft tonight?
I know Spencer's throwing one together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he asked me to get on. I was like, I'll probably get on and talk some shit. He's doing it like 5:30 or 5 or 5:30.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's filled up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shit, he might be. Even if there's room for you, you want to jump on and just collab, or even Stevie B too. You know what I mean? Because I think he usually puts it out like an hour beforehand, like the link, you know what I mean, to get it filled up.
Yeah.
Hit him up, dude. You know what I mean? Let's bring it back. Let's get the gang back together on a Monday.
What time y'all getting on?
It's like 5:30. I'll text y'all right after because he told me the time. He has the time. I just can't remember if it's 5 or 5:30 West Coast time.
All right. And okay, so July 7th, Bogey. I don't know what we're going to be doing or anything, and hopefully things don't change. But that's going to be the day that Corey from Big Dumb Movie comes on the Silver Screen Breakdown, and we're going to be doing Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Cool.
Yeah. I cannot wait for Drop Dead Fred this week. Who's seen Drop Dead Fred? Throw it in the chat. 1991. I mean, this is a classic.
This is one of the dumbest movies ever. I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
I cannot wait to get some of Nellie's reaction. Like, you know, when she's in the what's it called? In the restaurant with Nikki and like with her and like, you know, won't let her drink the water, like grabbing the plate and shit. And it just cuts back and forth from Fred being in the frame and not in the frame. She had to go crazy for that. Derek said I've seen it. It's been a long time. It's free on one of those free like Tubi or Freevee or one of those apps on the Fire Stick.
And right. Last joint for FNT.
And Bogey said 5:30, so that'd be 8:30.
Text in a group. You text in a group?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, one more bowl, and then let's get up out of here. Don't forget, if you're a Patreon member, go download Patreon. Make sure you get logged in so you get all the notifications of every post that's going down. It's like the social media platform for the 420 crew.
So Ricky hit me. He's supposed to slide through just sometime this week. He said he'll let me know. But then, you know, we're always on the show, so we might have him randomly on the show just live one time. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because it'll probably be around the same time we're doing FNT. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
Right? Hella random.
And Carl said over under for the Bills at 10.5. That seems like an easy over, no? Probably, but let's go through their schedule.
Under over for the Bills?
Yeah, let's go to the schedule.
I'll give them an over. I think they're easily an 11-win team. Let's go through the schedule.
Jets.
Split. I'll give them the first one. Because I think Rodgers and them, they're getting it together. You know what I mean? Boom. They take an L Monday night.
And
I think like Rodgers and them, just like any offense, even though like he knows the offense, it's gonna be. I'm talking about the pieces around him. That's why I hate the idea of like Lazard coming out. I keep throwing that in the universe, but Lazard coming out just being like a super safety blanket because he knows the system well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just early on, at least. You know what I mean?
All right, Bake said he'd mock. Carl said he'd mock. And let's see, Raiders and Commanders. And then Dolphins and Jags. It's almost like you can just put them at splitting all the way with the with that division. Giants and Patriots, Bucks, Bengals.
Oh, they're playing the AFC West again this year.
Yeah, for sure. Eagles, Chiefs. Ooh, those are gonna be some tough games right there.
And I think they beat every team but the Chiefs. In that, so I think that's 3 W's for them right there.
Yeah, so they're playing the AFC West and the NFC West is what it looks like.
And I'll give them.
That's not that easy. I mean,
no.
I think so.
You got Philly, Kansas City, Dallas, the Chargers.
Yeah, they're playing. I'm talking. Okay, so
back.
I got them getting them. I got them at 11
before that. The Bengals before that. Shit. I mean, the only easy wins maybe is Vegas, maybe Washington, maybe the Giants, the Patriots, Tampa Bay.
I think
Denver maybe, but the rest of the shit is
sweep
tough.
the Patriots. I think they sweep the
give you
Patriots
that.
and they sweep the Dolphins.
Sweep the Dolphins?
Yeah, the Dolphins fucked them up last year. I think they're gonna be ready for the Dolphins this year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Even if they do that.
What have the Bills done to like improve their defense though? It's like they've only
I think it's more so a thing of like not making the same mistakes again. You know what I mean? Because Mike McDaniel's caught them by surprise, bro. You know what I mean? They're skiing out. You know what I mean? This is gonna be year 2 of being able to game plan against. You know what I mean? Against this Mike McDaniel's offense. You know what I mean?
Pretty wild.
I think they sweep them. The Bills when they played them, that last time too, Josh Allen was hurt. Every time they played him, it was a shootout because it was really the defense was so banged up. You want to say what did they do to improve the defense? Nothing really, but they'll get everyone back healthy. You know what I mean? And Josh Allen's not going to have that elbow. You know what I mean? That last.
I guess he's the only one. I guess that they lost.
Yeah, and then they added Leonard Floyd. You know, I love that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Von Miller, if he comes out and plays week 1, should be good for them.
With the addition of Leonard Floyd, too. Hey, who's on the clock right now? In 24. Is it back to you?
I already picked.
No, I mean like because we're hitting that bend around, I think.
Yeah, it's on you.
Okay, give me Greg Rousseau. Because before I was about to say his name right now because we're talking about that front. I'll take Greg Rousseau.
All right. There we go.
Please.
All right, well, let's get up out of here. Stevie B, let them know what time you at and anything you got going on you want to shoot them to.
Just hit up my YouTube channel, Dynasty Life Fantasy Football. Instagram, Dynasty Life Fantasy. That's where I post most of my stuff. And live Thursdays here on this channel as well as mine, and Sundays as well. So
I gotta
find me live.
I gotta make sure I subscribe so I can see that shit. You feel me?
What happened?
Right now.
And Stevie B is going to be there in August, so make sure you guys get there as well. August 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's going to be really dope. It's going to be $100 a day if you're not staying at the mansion. We still got some shared rooms available. It's $250 a night if you're staying in a shared room. $500 if you're staying in a solo room. We'll have one of those available. There's a game room there. We're going to be playing some Mortal Kombat, some poker tournaments. There's a ping pong table there as well. Big pool. And, we're definitely going to have events going on for the 420 Olympics and just everything else that we got going on with fantasy. Multiple drafts. Easily a dozen drafts are going down over the weekend. Derek said August is getting closer. Hell yeah. People got a book now.
The 420 Combine.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys back here in a couple hours. Just pay attention. It'll either be here or on the Guru's channel or a combination of both. We'll see you guys there. Peace out.
Peace.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue band Bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Put your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.